National Decade People of African Descent, to be observed from 2005 to 2024, constitutes an auspicious period of history when the United Nations, member states, civil society, and other relevant actors will join together with people of African descent and take effective measures for the implementation of the program of these. The Decade for People of African Descent acknowledges that special measures must be taken to repair the damage done to the people of Africa who survived a horrendous period of enslavement through the state and colonialism. Regrettably, despite the above-mentioned advances, racism and racial discrimination, both direct and indirect, continue to manifest themselves in equality and disadvantage. People of African descent throughout the world, whether descendants of the victims of the transatlantic slave trade or as more recent migrants, constitute some of the poorest and marginalized groups. In many cases, their sin remains largely invisible, and insufficient recognition and respect has been given to the efforts of people of African descent to seek redress for their present condition. They all too often experience discrimination in their accesses and face alarmingly high rates of police violence with racial profiling. Some of the objectives of the National Decade for People of African Descent are to strengthen national recognition, regional and international action and cooperation in relation to the enjoyment of economic, social, cultural, civil, and political rights by African descent and their full and equal participation in all aspects of society. To promote a greater knowledge of and respect for the diverse heritage, culture, and contributions of people of African descent to the development of society. United Nations further recommends that states should undertake a comprehensive review of domestic legislation with a view to identify and abolish provisions that entail direct or indirect discrimination. The United Nations further recommends that states should establish and strengthen national mechanisms or institutions with a view to formulating, monitoring, and policies to combat racism and promoting racial equality. Nations were directed to promote greater knowledge and recognition of, respect for, the culture, history, and heritage of people of African descent, including through research and education, to promote full and accurate inclusion of the history and contributions of people of African descent, the education curriculum, and to promote the positive that political leaders and political parties, leaders of religious communities, and the media could further play in fighting racism by publicly recognizing and respect culture, history, and heritage of people of African descent. And 3, raise awareness through information and education measures with a view to restoring the dignity of people of African descent and consider making available the support for such activities to non-governmental organizations. African History Month has been recognized by the Success Laventille Committee, a community-based NGO, with a view of promoting African culture, its customs and traditions throughout schools within Yoruba Village. Yoruba Village encompassing Belmont, Guns, Laventille, and Morvant. Since 2008, this community-based NGO has been encouraging schools to set aside a day or days, or possible the entire month, to participate in lectures, workshops, and demonstrations. This year, Ile Yemoja, the Success Laventille Networking Committee, Ile Omo Pale, for the second year presents Un Yemoja, which in Yoruba means the Yemoja Festival.